Google may have been all hype for the Pixel 9, and while I'm equally excited, they are going to be very pricey phones as we all know it. Which is why the Pixel 8a is the phone that you should still pay attention to. I've been using it for almost 2 months, and there are a few things I want to talk about it. As an entry-level Pixel, the Pixel 8a has some nice refinements over the previous models that made me really happy. I love the rounded aluminum frame that gives it a better grip. The design of the camera bump has the same color as the frame and is symmetrical. I like the use of a plastic back case, and it has a frosted finishing that resists fingerprints very well. I'm glad that Google has retained the same 6.1-inch screen size, but it is a significantly upgraded AMOLED panel this time. The screen now refreshes at 120Hz and has a peak brightness of 2000 nits. It will work at 1400 nits when not viewing HDR content, which is sufficient for viewing under direct sunlight and much better than what I've experienced on the Pixel 6a. It is the exact brightness you get on the more expensive Pixel 8. But I'm disappointed that the screen bezels are rather thick for modern phone standards, and it still uses Gorilla Glass 3. Hence, my unit has got a screen protector on the first day. The Pixel 8a uses the Tensor G3 chip that also powers the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro. It has 8GB of RAM, and my unit comes with 128GB of storage. This is the only storage option for the Bay Color model in whichever market you buy the phone. It is rather underwhelming for a premium mid-range Android phone, considering many of them are already offering 512GB of storage. But since I don't store games on the Pixel 8a, it hasn't been an issue for me, as I can have some older photos uploaded to Google Photos to save some storage on my phone. But seriously, Google, stop making phones with 128GB of storage. Performance on the Pixel 8a is very good, and it can get warm rather quickly even when I'm not heavily pushing it. It also handles games fine, and overall it works better than the first generation Tensor chip that I've experienced back on the Pixel 6a. One thing that Google hasn't improved on the Pixel 8a is battery life, which despite having a slightly larger 4492 mAh battery, I can never get past 4 hours of screen on time even when I'm using it moderately. The phone takes more than 90 minutes to charge from single-digit battery levels with 18 watts input, which is painfully slow when I'm so used to other phones with super fast charging. Wireless charging is also available, but it is even slower at 7.5 watts. Of course, the Pixel 8a isn't a performance-oriented phone, but what Google wants you to experience is the phone's AI features on the cameras. The dual cameras on the back are the exact same hardware from the Pixel 7a, a 64-megapixel wide with OIS and 12-megapixel ultra-wide. The front camera is the same that takes 13-megapixel stills. Only the main camera takes up to 4K 60fps videos. The image quality is decent as what you would expect from a Pixel phone with good dynamic range and details in general and low light, though image blur can easily occur when shooting in low light. This is where the magic of AI starts to kick in. The unblur feature in the photo app can be helpful in making your shots a little sharper, and I found myself using it pretty often when I had a terrible shot. In group photos, most of us tend to capture several shots to avoid awkward faces and blurs. And this is where the best take feature works extremely well. It can identify faces in similar image sets and lets you swap faces. Finally, the most impressive feature about the Pixel 8a is the audio eraser on the post-editing too. Now notice that there's a lot of sound that's going on right now, renovation and all that, but once I have audio eraser kicked in, this is what happens, and listen to the difference. Isn't it great? These are post-editing features that you can't find on similar priced Android phones, which I find it to be practical and useful. But most importantly, these features doesn't require you to go online and is processed on device, which is super impressive and ensures total privacy of your media. If you intend to use your Pixel 8a in Malaysia, the good news here is that it supports 5G and VoLTE on all telcos. So, if it ever gets so officially in Malaysia, along with the Pixel 9 lineup, you can use it without routing like previous Pixel phones. The Pixel 8a retails for $499 and now comes with a $50 discount at this time of shooting, which I think is a pretty good deal to consider if you appreciate the AI photo and video editing features that only a Pixel phone can offer without spending more on the upcoming Pixel 9 series. And overall, my experience with it for the past 2 months has been great, and I totally love daily driving it despite some shortcomings I mentioned. So that's all for my thoughts. Get subscribed to the channel for more videos coming right up and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.